Do you know what is Poka Yoke? Poka Yoke is a Japanese word. Poka means mistake and yoke means proofing. Mistake proofing concept or technique is Poka Yoke. It is also a Japanese technique. Basic concept is, in the process, don't accept any error, don't make any error, and don't pass or allow any error to go through your process. The origin of Poka Yoke, if we talk, Seiji Singhe, this concept brings in 1960 to industrial process design to prevent human error. So it came 40 years back. There are 5 basic rules of implementing Poka Yoke. Number 1 is try not to spend money. So by concept, implementing Poka Yoke means you need to purchase any machine, equipment, something. No, it's not needed. The idea should be simpler and better than the existing without spending any money or a very insignificant amount of money. And don't make this process optional. When some Poka Yoke is implemented, it cannot be an optional. It will be a mandatory process. And don't confuse gauges with mistake proofing. It means, say in engineering manufacturing, something is producing in some machine and you want to check it. You have a gauge, you check with the gauges the product whether it is okay or not. No, that is not Poka Yoke. That is called quality control. Poka Yoke would be something would be made in the tool or the process itself so that everything will become perfectly okay, 100.000% okay. And there would not be any decision making concept actually, whether something is okay or something is not okay. If something passes through the process through Poka Yoke, that will be okay only. Say for example, the SIM card of mobile phone, you cannot put the mobile phone in some other way. There is only one location where if you put the SIM, then it will take its position. Also the VGA cables of computers and this similar cable end are also made Poka Yoke. So you cannot, if you want also even, you cannot fit it wrongly. But to implement the Poka Yoke, we need to understand actually why mistake happens in process. There are some major or basic things actually. Number 1, the processing omissions. A step was forgotten, say in the process. Processing errors, something was done incorrectly in the process. Error in setting up the workplace. Assembly omission, some part was forgotten to assemble during the assembly process. And say a wrong part was included in the process. Wrong workpiece, operations error, equipment maintenance error, this kind of things actually causes error in the process. Say one more example for implementation of Poka Yoke. Say in a workpiece, say a 50 millimeter thickness of steel plate, where you need to make a drill hole of 40 mm thick, deep, where there is a tolerance that it can be either 41 to 39 millimeter. And this operation will be done in a manual machine, manual drilling machine. So there is a huge chances that holes depth will be more or less because it will be manually controlled. But in place of that, if we can make two stopper in the both end and setting the stopper to make that dimension, then if we do the drilling blindly, then it will give the only that much of depth only. So making Poka Yoke or controlling some process, it is always doesn't need money or automation or equipment or electronics, robotics. So this is the basic essence of Poka Yoke actually. But there are some limitation also because it requires a special or expertise in the team of instrumentation and knowledge, because a person who know the process are very much knowledgeable or experienced in the process, he normally can suggest good Poka Yoke. It requires also work culture, 100% inspection, perfectionism, which is difficult to sustain actually. So by Poka Yoke it can be achieved actually. And obviously if we implement such good process, there will be some advantages of the process. It helps work fast and right. It used to create a system that prevents defects from occurring, and it is used to create a system to catch the defect. It refers to a technique that it makes possible to make mistake and to avoid problems occurring in the process. Thank you so much.